You already are everything. When you let that really settle in and anchor it into your being, knowing that you already are everything, this is remembrance at your infinite nature, your multi-dimensionality. I was receiving this message, this vision of how you're walking through the Akashic feel the records, that you have access to that information. If you clicked on this video and you're guided to spend time in solitude and meditation and accessing new insights, and this can be the sun moving into Sagittarius, the truth seeking, the freedom, the adventuring. Yet the adventuring may not necessarily be outside of you, but inwards in an inner sojourn, a voyage, a journey, messages, energies of the whales coming in and going a long route within to access your truth and to reconnect with your joy and enthusiasm is coming. Like what's giving you enthusiasm and how you want to be in theos and more feeling vibrant in life, in communion and connection with God. You're asked to get clear on your intentions and your motivations, and that you purify your channel, that you detox potentially from digital devices, social media in your space, decluttering, cleansing your field, doing energetic practices, such as mentioned in the previous video. And you may be guided to purge and release and to fast, since coming into how it's not only us shifting in our multidimensionality and accessing other frequencies. Let me know if this resonates with you. If you feel that you shift in between dimensions or you're in different dimensions simultaneously and tuning into all of this information and frequencies and accessing it and processing it and integrating it and attempting to explain it and navigating a new way of being in feeling even more tuned and highly sensitive to these energies does require you to spend a bit more time in solitude, to connect in nature, to be with yourself so that you're aware of what's truly your energy and you're not absorbing other people's energies. I'm guided to share this empath prayer actually that I took a screenshot of this morning. That's quite contradictory, isn't it? Yes, me being on my devices. Yet it just pops up as guidance, and I believe I'm guided to share it on this video. It's not mine, it's not my creation, so I'm not claiming the credit for it. Yet I feel guided to share it for who may feel that they are highly sensitive or empathetic and may be at risk of being too open in their field and absorbing other people's energies or experiences that are not feeling the truth or resonance of your own vibration, or better yet, are simply not what you're wanting to be experiencing and feeling, so that you're clear on that. And this is not to be in a blame game, and this is not to be in any sense of judgment, yet through love and grace and compassion for yourself, your own being, your own energy, and wanting to be transmitting and radiating an energy of peace and love from your being, and letting that ripple out from your field into your environment, your spaces, your reality. True abundance is giving acceptance and appreciation to what is, in being at peace with and being grateful for what is here, what is in your reality right here, right now, and letting everything unfold magically from there, since you're not in resistance, you're not hoping, wishing, or wanting things were different. That causes distortion and discord in your energy. And when you can drop into peace and power and calm and gratitude in your being, that is the change energetically within you, and you can move forward with greater clarity from there. I'm now seeing some ice skater like jumping up, doing one of those pivots on my phone. Can't see it, it's gone. Okay, take that as it resonates. It may be a message for someone who is looking to reconnect with skating or taking new risks to do something different, or perhaps you have been postponing or putting off out of fear over maybe dedicating too much time to things that are actually not really lighting you up anymore, so you can reconnect with childlike play and passion and adventure. And that's a whole other thing, from the adventure within and meditation to seeking out things that you can participate in and try as experiences that reconnect you to a sense of wonder or adventure, even risk in pushing you into the new and taking you out of your comfort zone into that unfamiliar territory. And doing that in your external reality also helps you create those energetic shifts when you come back into awareness and are regulating your emotions and your nervous system, creating that reset. You see how powerful you are in boldly going into the unknown and confronting anything that you may have been avoiding or in fear of, in doing the bodily somatic work that aligns you with the truth and awareness of you have absolutely got this and the universe loves you and you are loved unconditionally and all is unfolding in your favor, and you see how powerful you are from the inside out. So, empath prayer. Breathe in, release, and breathe out. Intend to set the intention to let go of anything that feels disharmonious within your field right here, right now. And listen to this, absorb it. You can also make note of it or call it out and repeat after me. I surround myself with blue light and affirm that I am responsible for my own energy. No outside drama, envy, expectations, or disruptions can affect me without my permission. I release the emotions, opinions, and struggles of others and focus on my own peace and well-being. I give myself permission to rest and feel joyful, even if others around me are in chaos. I'm surrounded by my angels and know when to take a step back and focus on my own needs and wants. My boundaries are strong and my energies radiates love, happiness, abundance, joy, truth, prosperity, and success. By tending to myself first, I positively shift the energy around me rather than absorbing energy that is not for me and certainly not beneficial to anybody else. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. And root in and claim a state of calm, power, peace, truth, beauty, joy, love, appreciation, satisfaction. I was guided to also remind you of how play and pleasure are powerful and potent, and combined with and merged with, aligned with the energy of love and gratitude in your heart, such as aligning those three energy Dantean centers, the pleasure and the creativity and the passion and the purpose and the playfulness and the childlike wonder of your sacred womb and creative force that you have within your being, aligned with love, gratitude, prosperity, openness, unconditional love, moving further up to being aligned with your vision that is soul led, that is purposeful, that is pure, that comes from an energy of purity, purity within your being, purity of intention for yourself, for your life, purity in your intention of harmlessness and wanting the greatest good and the highest joy of all. And connecting with that and aligning those energies and how you create with pleasure and passion through the lens of love, aligned with the vision and mission that is in your heart and soul. When you connect with this, you feel greater sense of clarity, confidence, aliveness, purpose, and joy, no matter where you are. If you're contemplating, should I do this, go there? What decisions should I make? Keep coming back to the purity of your choice and come back to how you can activate your desired states from wherever you are. It's not needing to be in a particular room around a certain person or having a certain outcome, that all frequencies are available within you. And therefore, it's important that you do not dethrone yourself from your seat of power and create and activate and feel into and anchor into feeling that root chakra opening and grounding and anchoring and trust and certainty that your integrity is being authentically you wherever you are, around whomever you are around, and that you don't shape shift and adjust your energy with empaths can very organically do out of feeling they absorbed other people's energies and can shift and lower their frequency in environments where they're around other people where the vibration may be lower or denser. And that can be an adaptive strategy in order to be in survival programs or to meet needs or expectations, also out of fear of shining too brightly. Yet, if you've clicked on this video and this is resonating with you, you're guided to do that empath prayer, to root in and be pure in your intention of shining with full authenticity and integrity, of taking up that space, of allowing yourself to be seen and heard, and allowing yourself the fullness of your humanity. Since transcending the egoic nature in which our human self can fall into, it can be either power struggles or greed or desire and overly focus on materialism, yet marrying that with the spiritual. If it's a pure intention from your heart and you're wanting to create joy within you and sharing that and supporting others and activating and creating and experiencing more of their expansion and abundance and truth and beauty and love and health and wealth and vitality and longevity and vitality again and joy and enthusiasm, then that is of pure noble intention. That is of ultimate highest goods, not only for you, good, not only for you, but for others beyond you, that can give you a sense of ignited enthusiasm. You're igniting that fire within you in a new way. And the way to do that is to truly tune into the portal of your heart, which has come out, the inner temple of devotion, devotion to what feels loving of you, your life force, vitality, your environment, your reality, and how you are contributing or participating in the world through that lens of love, truth, beauty, abundance, joy. And it can also be truthfully expressing yourself unapologetically through authenticity, that you are allowed to be you. I'd seen that shared by Lee Harris recently. You are allowed to be you. And that is the most loving thing, and giving yourself full permission to simply be more and more yourself in your own energy without feeling the pressure or expectation of meeting others' expectations or demands of you, that you are fully yourself and you allow yourself to experience the full magnetism of that with gratitude, appreciation, love, grace, compassion, wonder, beauty. Oh, and you continue to share that, so that it might be you being a beacon of light in a way shower, inspiring others to truly step into that fearlessly and being more and more themselves. And Akasha has come out in your guidance is divinely guided. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, and you can access the holes, you can access information through meditative practice and through openness. Last night I pulled a card for clarity at the end of the day, and I was so excited and overjoyed. Really, I just love the synchronicity. If you're seeing increased synchronicity, some of you have been commenting and sending me messages about that. Absolutely love it. The more you're in the dance with the divine, with the cosmos, and trusting and surrendering and following what is coming to you and following the sacral response of what does give you joy, and your body will always communicate it with you. If you're feeling an ick, a no for any kind of reason, you've got that signal or something doesn't light you up, doesn't give you joy or fulfillment or fun. It doesn't feel like it's actually for you. Your body will give you that response, and it is your sacred duty to say no to it, to honor your energy, your sacred boundaries, your life force, so you can be in your pleasure, your fun, your play, your expansion, your creativity, your communion with the divine, and following what is for you. So saying a sacred no to something can open a portal, an opportunity for something that feels so much more like a yes, that gives you enthusiasm, aliveness, and joy. So what had come out was to, no, not that one, excuse me. It was follow the voice of your soul. And I'd be talking about voice and singing your soul's song yesterday in yesterday's video. So the message for this I was guided to read out, and the other one I had shown was set your sights higher. So can you create the energetic space to go within and to be the container of expansion in which you show up more potently or powerfully, or you commit to something in a new way, yet you're holding the energy of expecting or assuming even higher outcomes that bring you on an even more expansive journey, creating even more impact and creating even more harmony, peace, beauty, and joy, generating and creating and experiencing even greater overflow and abundance, prosperity, and sharing that for the greatest good. There's a deeper purpose to your human journey. Not only were you born on purpose, you were born for a purpose. You were born to be a bright light in the world, and there are supporters out there in the universe sending waves of energy to guide you at this time. information and inspiration has been coming your way recently, and it's not new information, it's memories. Your feelings are being drawn in a particular information in a particular direction, excuse me, are the awakening of an aspect of your soul. You're being drawn towards a road that not only lights you up, but lights up your corner of the world. Continue following the cosmic guidance coming your way. And what I was really feeling is there's lots of programs out there, there's lots of people that are selling things and giving you, become certified in this, do this or have this title. And these milestones may give you some sense of gratification or validation somehow, yet you're so much more than that. And no one can truly certify you in being more of yourself. You can be activated and ignited in the remembrance, in receiving codes, in activating soul gifts. Yet the key thing and the ultimate truth here is it's the return to who you always were, that you came into the world already with your gifts and your awareness and your intuition and your medicine. And certainly certain experiences can trigger and activate you and ignite and unlock hidden gifts and abilities, yet you already had them. And this can come up in soul remembrance, and when you have visions of or recall of times in Atlantis, in Lemuria, or recalling having been a high priestess in a previous lifetime, or we're doing shamanic work and having the remembrance of this. And while you may go on a human journey in this lifetime of learning and training for these things to have what your now human self perceives as necessary on a linear timeline, yet the soul already knows this and already has access to that information and already has the remembrance because it's already within you, in your DNA. You already have the codes. You're simply igniting and activating them again. And this is where quantum physics overrides this human linear construct of time, where you can do quantum jumping and where you can access the remembrance and merge with it. And certainly in the Akashic records, you can meditate and you can access parallel versions of you in the multiverse. And this is coming in how we as humans are not only, or soul on our journeys, are not only accessing higher frequencies, but Gaia herself and the universe is transforming in becoming more a multiverse. And we're connecting with not only us being part of the universe and experiencing that within us, yet everyone is having access to that. And it is happening in the planetary grid, in the cosmos at large. And all these higher frequencies coming in requires us to take care of ourselves in mind, body, and soul, to fast, to hydrate, to take care of our sleep, to take care of our bodies, our vessels, our beings, to follow our divine promptings and guidance, to follow the wisdom of our bodies, so that we're truly in calm and peace and power, and reclaiming being the authority of our own lives and allowing the expression and creativity that wants to emerge from us come from us, so that we're more in alignment with the truth of who we are. We're feeling real. We're feeling that we're following our soul path, and taking us out of that ego into the sole purpose of authenticity, of simply giving yourself the full permission and freedom to be more fully yourself in a way that feels true, raw, and real. It can feel vulnerable, it can feel sensitive, and it can also feel powerful, and it can feel magnetic, and it can feel incredibly loving in being the best gift that you give yourself. In tarot, I'm just taking my hand away from my little buddy Milo there, and we post more pictures of him. Okay. Knight of Cups, and this suggests entering a period of romanticizing things more, maybe romantic partnerships coming in, or just feeling more romantic about life. And Sagittarian energy will descend towards the horse here, yet um, feeling that your cup is already full and how you're in pleasure. And notice how if you ignite pleasure, if you feel and activate pleasure within your being, in your sacral fire, in your room space, and you feel you're in delight, you're in enjoyment, even preparing a cup of tea in a ritual. Excuse me, I need to drink something. and you're in appreciation, and you're in the sensuality and the savoring and the enjoyment and the magic of the now moment, enjoying holding your cup, enjoying the smell, enjoying the nourishment, enjoying listening to some music, some jazz, dancing, swaying, moving your body, rocking your hips, and just feeling in your pleasure. There's no room for fear when you're in that state. That it's removed from your field. You are in a flow and syncing up with the universe and being in that lighter, sensual, playful vibration. And society can create this illusion, this program of shaming us for being in that energy of sensuality and sexuality and pleasure that you get from enjoyment of things, of your sexual energy, of having sex, and being in that receptive or pleasure or enjoyment literally does support you manifesting better because there is no room for fear. You're in playful power and you're in the energy of creation as a very creative, powerful, beautiful force. And when it's done through the energy of purity of intention and love with the vision, it is potently powerful in alignment. So, Knight of Cups, there may be romantic partnerships or opportunities coming in, yet you are already emotionally balanced with your cup full, and therefore you get to be slow and steady. You get to be rooted in knowing who you are, and therefore it can be even more pleasurable and enjoyable. I'm getting Two of Wands is like coming out of your comfort zone, and it's really taking up space. It's following your inner fire, and it's standing firm on the truth of who you are. Two of Cups has also come out, which is suggesting balance in partnership. And where you may have perceived yourself to be stuck, it's unleashing the divine feminine. Just feel like this Friday, the day of the goddess, of you can release yourself from perceived stagnancy and stuckness through shifting your perception and coming back into pleasure and safety and trust and certainty and ease, knowing you already are more than enough. You already are and have everything, whether in productivity, expression, creativity, stillness, slowness, disconnecting, and in rest. That you're always safe, loved, held, cherished, provided for, and all your needs are met. You can liberate yourself and feel more harmonized and balanced within, creating that from your field in your reality. Then we had Ace of Wands reversed and Four of Pentacles reversed. And this is suggesting feeling emotional or creative blockages and feeling that you're letting go of the Four of Pentacles reversed is more an energy of surrender and letting go of clinging to certain outcomes or material needs in this space of inner adventure and activating that pleasure and bliss and enjoyment and being the container of expansion in how you're creating from a pure space of true love in your heart and how you're showing up in doing that and how you're creating more of that in your reality, how you're creating more of that in your partnerships and collaborations and your relationships. Yet, if you are highly empathetic and sensitive, you may feel that you thrive in solitude and alone and in being single and not being in a relationship with another, since you're creating that divine union within you and it allows you to be more focused with potent energy and purity on track with your mission and vision and purpose. Yet there's always ways that you can romanticize your own life in being more romantic and sensual and playful and giving yourself more pleasure. And that is important in taking care of you and honoring yourself as the goddess if you're female or you're wanting to connect more with your feminine side to bring out that receptivity through you being more magnetic in vibration that brings you into the energy of the Emperor, which I'd ask for a clarifier on those two cards, and this would come out in owning your power, which he has in his hand, and he's got the eagle, which is higher perspective, and this feels the energy of Sagittarius, of seeing the bird's eye view, looking at the bigger picture, and the world is in your hands. That You are the universe experiencing itself, and you can uplift the world through using your power as a force for good that you lift up in. There's almost a sense of pride that there's a stability and a groundedness and maturity in this that feels balanced, powerful, and harmonious. And when you're more in those states in your energy and how you show up and what you pour into, the more you're generating and attracting and creating that through law of resonance in your reality. This really is the work of refining your self-concept, refining your energy, being in that energetic space of claiming security, stability, power, gratitude, sensuality, pleasure, joy, fun in your being. As you navigate this new embodiment, as you navigate understanding that so much is an illusion, and the more you do the internal work, the more you're creating and producing what feels more like a heaven on earth for you from within, in activating those states, that bliss, that joy, that wonder and appreciation, no longer entertaining other energies that are not that you give yourself permission to thrive. So other cards from this deck were Stargazer, set your sights higher, ignite your fire and passion, fire guardian. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. And that can be that traveling through dimensions, that can be doing quantum jumping, that can be accessing other realities, other versions of you, so that you integrate that knowledge and wisdom through the Akashic records, through being more emboldened and empowered, through being more creative and expressive. What does the version of me who has or lives this reality do? How do they feel? What states are they claiming in their body? How are they showing up? What are they creating and expressing? What are you learning from these other versions of you in your multidimensionality? It's so much fun. And you can go on so many adventures with this. Let me know if it's resonating. Yet at the root of all of this and the important overall pure intention should be the one of to be the peacekeeper. And peacekeeper not in having to be peace for everyone else, but that you're rooted in your own peace within you. You're at peace with everything, past, present, future. You are rooted in peace in your being and calm, owning that inner stillness. And this is giving up any need to be right about anything, since we all have our own version of truth. And what is ultimate truth? We are the meaning makers. We're constructing our perception. We're adapting and adjusting as we go. And everyone has their own unique lens of the world and what it is and what it means. And the more we uncover things in the unseen, and the more we are channeling or expressing and creating more, the more we're uncovering there's still so much more to learn. There's still so much we don't know. There's still so much that remains hidden and unseen. And Sagittarius season invites you to explore, to go on adventures, to do shamanic drumming, to connect with your energy, to move between worlds in this way. Perhaps to weave the codes and information if you're a grid worker, or creating circles and coming together with other people to do that work, to uplift humanity, to raise vibrations and more. This can only truly be done when you're rooted in the energy of peace and having peaceful intention. You're not needing to be right. You're just wanting and desiring to be a higher frequency because it feels good. And when you feel good, you're more in alignment with the truth of who you are. Let me know if this video today has resonated for you, sending you so much love. You're very welcome to get a copy of my book, Evolving in Embodiment, which can support you making those pivots and shivets, and shivets, I'm saying shifts and pivots wanted to come out, and I just merged the words. I tend to do that. Anyone else? This kind of thing where you combine words that the brain is like thinking of two things at the same time, such as when you want to say cheers and thanks at the same time, and what comes out of your mouth is chunks. Can be embarrassing at times, but you just let it go, and it's just being more you. Any other quirks that you want to share? This is the time of the age of Aquarius where you're invited to really get your freak on, to be on the Freak-quency. Lots of love. See you in the next one. Bye.